Kick. I hope you're subscribing. That's how we can see your comments tonight. We are here to help you guys out with everything you need for NFL Week 15. So get those questions in. Only a few hours to go before we have a very loaded weekend ahead of us. 3 games on Saturday, a full Sunday schedule for NFL Week 15. So we possibly can. So feel free to hit us up. We've got a guest who wants to join the show. Colston wants to join. Oh, he dropped on us, Colston. If any of you guys want to join the show, feel free. Drew, I'd go Stafford over Mahomes. Drew, Stafford over Mahomes. Majomes, Raiders spread of 1 million almost hit. Majomes, it was an incredible day for those Raiders. Lethal Jake, what's good? Hope you're having a great day, guys. Hope your weekend's off to a great start. Yeah, Deadpool, it's your favorite type of live, an exclusive subscriber-only live. Tweety Bird, Zay Jones or Reed? Great question. I'd go Reed just barely. Jeter Leader, GG. Okay, big playoff game. Opponent has Raiders defense. Uh-oh. Man, Jeter Leader, GG. I like all three. I like Kyren, Kamara, and Henry. If I had to sit one, it might be Henry just barely, even though he's got a good history against the Texans. I might go Kyren and Kamara just barely. They have great matchups. Keegan, thanks so much for subscribing for another month. Great to see you staying with us. Let's get a guest up on the show. Let's see what Deadpool wants to talk about tonight. Deadpool, what's good?
Nothing much, bud. Cannot believe that game last night. Are you kidding me? 42 points in one half. Like, oh my goodness. I hope the Buffalo Bills have that same charge.
I mean, it was just one of those where you clearly saw a team quit on one coach, and you saw a team clearly want their head coach to make it through to next season, and that was the difference for me. Like, physically, the want to, like, keep your head coach hired, so...
Exactly. It was just, I just couldn't believe it. Like, just, and then I think it was the last interception by Jones, where it was like an NBA, it was like literally like an NBA pass.
I'm surprised they didn't talk about it. That was a one-handed catch. Like, that was literally a one-handed catch that he brought in. I was shocked by it. By the way, 990s, shout out to you. Deadpool, how's your night going, man? What do you want to talk about? You need fantasy help?
Well, I have good news, and then I do have a question, but I kind of already know the answer. So, first and foremost, because of Butt Fumble Sports, I got the #1 seed in my ESPN league.
Let's go! Let's go, Deadpool!
Yes, so this week I have a bye week, so I'm very happy. And I'm already.
Oh, we're just taking it off. We're just going for a cruise, maybe hanging out with the kids, the wife, whatever. I love it, man.
My other league is Yahoo. And with that one, I'm holding 7th place at 7-7. There's 3 other people above me. That's 8-6. The projections is saying that I'm going to win. Here's my lineup, and here's my bench. So my lineup is T-Law's quarterback.
Don't like that.
Well, that or Baker Mayfield, whichever one you choose.
Okay, Trevor Lawrence. If you could go to the waiver wire, seriously, waiver wire, Russell Wilson, Matt Stafford, that might be something to consider. Go ahead.
What about Joey Flacco?
Frankly, I actually kind of like that over Trevor Lawrence. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not big on Trevor Lawrence this week. Just a thought.
Okay. Wide receiver 1 is Garrett Wilson. Brandon Ayuk is wide receiver 2.
Okay.
Are those sounding good? Okay.
Garrett Wilson will get enough targets. I don't know if he gets you enough points, but he'll get enough targets. So.
Yeah, Robinson is my RB2. Bijan.
Wait. Okay. Good. Love that. Love that.
Laporta is my tight end.
Love that.
Flex is Kyron Williams.
Love that.
Kicker is Justin Tucker. Because come on now.
Oh, come on. We're killing it.
And my defense I have is Cleveland.
Chef's kiss on that. Love it.
Yeah. My backups, just so you know, my bench I have Bake Show as one of them. Joe Flacco. Ford from Cleveland. Shakir. And Baltimore is my backup defense. Any changes you recommend outside of the T-Law and Flacco?
I mean, I'm kind of torn on the on. I think the Flacco Trevor Lawrence might actually be a.
That's an interesting one. Well, I was going to say Kyron Williams, I don't like him in the flex because I'd lock him into that running back spot. And so in my mind, it opens up an opportunity for like a Taysom Hill, someone else to get some points. Because who are your running backs?
Pollard and Bijan.
Okay, no, I like what you've got. I like what you've got. Your lineup is what I'd go with. Yeah, the only one I was considering was Trevor Lawrence, and I'd hold Pat.
Okay. Anybody you think I should drop for the rest of the season to make room for like emergency? Because that's what's always been my mind when it comes to this. And then I don't want to hold up too much, but I did want to go over my ESPN with you one last time, even though I'm on a bye week. I just want to prepare for the week after.
Sure. So
anybody should I drop any of those people that I mentioned in the Yahoo to make room for like emergencies?
No,
or,
because
what do we call it?
Like stash players.
I forget what it's called. Yeah.
But the point, no.
So I have Baker.
I like the lineup. I like the lineup. I mean, because Baker has always the potential against a bad NFC South opponent to have good games. So, like, for the most part, exactly. I like what you have. I mean, I think you played the waiver wire well. I think, obviously, anything could happen any week, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, did you know that Chase Brown is like a great, running back, something crazy like that. But for the a value occurs, go grab it. But for now, enjoy some football.
I definitely will. One last thing, I know you got comments kind of going, but here's my ESPN. Let me know if I need to make a change. Starting, Purdy, quarterback, Bijan Robinson is running back 1. Montgomery, running back 2. Diggs, wide receiver 1. St. Brown, wide receiver 2. Pitts, tight end 1. Kenneth Walker, the second, flex 1. Raheem Mostert, flex 2. Fred Warner, defensive player because we don't do kickers. And Rams defense.
First of all, that is a loaded team. Loaded team. There's a reason you're on a bye week. And second of all, everybody out there, I said it from August all the way until the present time. If you invest in good running backs, it will reward you. If you invest in running backs who get touchdowns, who are RB1s, who are just the primary guy, it benefits you. You have like 4 of them in that lineup. I love that lineup. I know you have 3, but the point is the amazing depth there. That's why that team's on a bye.
Yes. My bench is T-Law, Sam Howell, Vikings defense, Garrett from defensive player from the Cleveland, Jay Hyatt, Dawson Knox, and I forgot the other one, but yeah. So that's who I have as my bench. So
it's a great team, Deadpool. Enjoy your NFL Saturday and Sunday because you've done everything. Now you just got to let it play out.
Definitely will. Thank you so much, and I appreciate Fumbles for all the help that you guys have helped me with when it comes to setting up these lineups, and hopefully, with Yahoo, I know I'm going to get concession playoffs, but I'm hoping I win the big one because the Yahoo is no money; it's just a belt. But the ESPN is money, and I'm hoping to win it all and get the trophy and everything. So, but thank you again so much, and just wanted to swing in. Appreciate it.
Knock on wood. Rooting for you. Have a great weekend, Deadpool. We'll see you.
Take care, bud.
Appreciate you coming on. I know, guys, I'm sorry we went a little long with him, but that's what this show is for. That's what the subscriber show is for. Giving some extra attention and personal attention to those who come on. To those waiting on hold, I'm going to do a quick rip of questions in the chat, and then I'll answer a question live on the show. Texas Tejano, full PPR, Puka or...
Good, yep.
Oh, love and life. How can we help you? Okay, guys, quick thing. When you come on live, don't switch out of the app. I can't hear you. You're muted. Brennan Garcia, thanks for doing that. I know you didn't mean to, but you demonstrated it perfectly. If you come on live, don't switch out of TikTok. You mute yourself, and then we have to drop you. So, Brennan, go ahead, but stay on the app.
Okay, I got Jalen Hurts, Brees Hall, Austin Eckler, Etienne, and then wide receivers, I got Diggs, A.J. Brown, Kupp, Rashee Rice.
What's the question? What's the question?
We're still able to do trades in our league.
Okay.
Should I trade for Bijan?
Absolutely, if you can. Absolutely.
I was thinking of doing I want to keep ETN because he has a pretty good schedule. So should I give away like Eckler and Brees?
If you're able to, if a team's willing to make that deal with you, yes, I would. Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Thanks so much for watching the show.
Uh-huh.
If you guys want to join, that's how we do things here at Butt Fumble Sports. Happy to have you come on. Reversed, I'd go McBride just barely over Njoku. Burner account 3, great to have you watching the show. Hope you're doing well. Jorge, great to see you. Hope you're having a great evening. Nick D, would you start Waddle or Garrett Wilson? I'd start Garrett Wilson maybe by a little bit, believe it or not, and I'd go Puka over Zeke by a mile. Burner account 3, need to start 2, Downs, Connor, or Dotson. I'd go Downs and Connor. Downs and Connor, burner account 3. Landon Wilson, 23, pick 2. I'd go DJ Moore and Flowers. Landon Wilson, DJ Moore, and Flowers. CL asking me to start 5. I'd go Moss, Kyron, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Puka. Thanks, Deadpool. Really appreciate it. I hope you had a fun time on the show with us. Really appreciate you supporting the show the way that you do. I know you always have our back. CL, just to repeat, in case you missed it, CL, I'd go Moss, Kyron, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Puka. Don't know the status of Achan when it comes to his health, and that's why I'm avoiding him. Texas Tejano, I'd go Stafford. Texas Tejano, I'd go Stafford over Love. If any of you guys want to ask a question live on the air, feel free to do so. Come up, just come on and join as a guest. Happy to have you guys join. Love answering your questions live on CL. This is the time of year where if you're going to go, I would load up on the Rams this weekend. I'm willing to make that gamble. So actually, I would feel okay stacking the Rams. Normally, I don't. TL, Aaron Jones or Achan? TJ, if Achan is healthy, it's Achan by a wide margin. The problem is his status is in doubt right now, and that has me concerned. So with that said, I might consider just Jones. If Devon Achan is playing, we want Devon Achan in the lineup. We'll see if someone had word on him on Twitter. If any of you guys want to join the show as a guest, feel free to do so. Come on up. Jorge, start 2. Jorge, I'd start, man, I hate every single running back you just named, Jorge. There isn't one running back in that group I like. I'm not going to lie to you, Jorge. I guess I'd go Ty Chandler and Antonio Gibson, but Jorge, that is a blind man opening a door. He doesn't know what he's going into. Like, there's nothing about that I like. Nothing. Anyways, I bring honesty to my takes. I don't want to give you guys false hope, and I tell it like it is. I hope you guys love the content and the conversation. Subscriber only show for you guys. We did put out our DFS lineup for tomorrow already. If you want to check out our DFS lineup, it is posted on Instagram, so you can check out the DFS lineup we're rocking with tomorrow. We are not putting out a newsletter for Saturday. Our newsletter comes out every Sunday morning, so for those who want our favorite bets for Saturday, you're going to have to join the show tomorrow at 10:30. We're going to start the show at 10:30 tomorrow morning, go for about 2.5 hours, and on Sunday, we will be putting out our newsletter. If you want to sign up for that, buttfumblesports.com is where to go. If you have a fantasy question, a sports betting question, fire away. That's why we're here. So, no matter the question, no matter whether it's fantasy, sports betting, here to help you guys out in any way possible. Weird night so far when it came to sports betting. Like, there were some interesting matchups in the NBA that had a bit of a backlash. Like, some of those matchups kind of blew out what our expectations were. It was really interesting. If you have a fantasy question, feel free to help fire away. Here to help you guys out in any way possible. Butt Fumble Sports is live every day. Jorge, I'd go Chase. Jorge, I'd go Chase. Chase over Jefferson, Jorge. Butt Fumble Sports live every single day. Subscriber only show. Keegan, Flex 2. Keegan, I'd go Goddard and I'd go Addison. Goddard and Addison, but I got to admit, I'm not crazy about the list, but Goddard and Addison would be the two, Keegan. Thanks so much for subscribing again. Really appreciate having you as a part of the community, Keegan. If any of you guys want to join the show as a guest, hit us up. We love talking to you guys live on the air. Colby, I'd go OBJ. Colby, I'd go OBJ. Man, is it not a great time of year? NFL getting into the thick of it. NFL fantasy football playoffs obviously going on. NBA and NHL in full swing. Just a great time of year to be a sports fan. MLB hot stove obviously on full blast now that we've got some movement. Juan Soto, Ohtani, Glasnow, just big names moving across the league and filtering, it seems like, to only 2 teams. But that said, lots going on. If you have a question, fantasy football related, sports betting, DFS, here to help you guys out in any way. Jorge, I didn't actually take Pittman on the receiving yards. If I did, I bought it down to like 59.5. I took it on receptions. I took Pittman receptions. That's been the more consistent play, Jorge. Colby, you like Denver over Detroit this week? No, I don't. I like Detroit on the money line. I like Denver to cover. I think Denver is going to play a good defensive game. But frankly, I think this game's going to be about the running game of the Lions. I think Gibbs and Montgomery have very big days, and I think the offensive line of the Lions is better than the defensive line of the Broncos, and that's ultimately the difference. I think Russell Wilson in the passing game puts up some stats, but I think the Lions get the win. Close game, but Lions get the dub. You'll definitely see that pick on our big board tomorrow. Man, Goff has done a complete 180 since the first half of the season. Yeah, Goff, I'm not surprised by it. I thought he was playing above his head before. I think he's playing below his standard now. I think water finds its level, and he'll play fine. I don't think he's the reason why they're going to win anything, but I also think he's going to play better than he has been of late. Jorge, Montgomery, anytime touchdown. I'm not going to give that one out, Jorge, since that's part of our contest. What contest, you ask? If you email us, feedback@buttfumblesports.com, a player you think's going to score a touchdown, we will give you 50% off everything in our store. So that's a contest for everybody. Make sure you email us the name of a player you think scores the touchdown in week 15. If you're right, you get a code, 50% off everything in our store. Best doggos, major wide receiver issues. I start 3 and have 2. For third, I have Addison, Brown, and dart throw wide receiver thoughts. I'm going to lean just slightly towards Addison, just barely, but yeah, I'm not crazy about it. Best game of the weekend that I'm looking forward to. I'm certainly not doing this to rile up the fan base, but it is true. I guess both fan bases, but it is true. I am so excited for Cowboys-Bills. Dak and Josh Allen are 2 players that perfectly represent their fan bases and their teams. They are way overhyped when they're playing well. They are shat on when they're playing poorly. And the truth of the matter is they're good quarterbacks who are at the cusp of either breaking through to that next tier or permanently having that ceiling plastered above them. So I cannot wait to see Cowboys-Bills. It is a massively important game for both teams. Now that the Cowboys got that win against the Eagles, they have the inside track. Can they hold it? Now that the Bills got that massive win last week, can they continue it against another good opponent? So I'm just really excited to see this game. Orchard Park, 4 o'clock start, 4:20, 4:30 start. I actually really like that it's not a prime time game. I'm expecting a great offensive game from both sides and both quarterbacks to play well. Jamal Adam, I'd go McBride over Likely just barely. McBride's just been doing a lot better when it comes to overall targets, and that's why I go in that direction. Colby, honestly, Mike McCarthy has done a brilliant job in his play calling. Where I always have an issue with Mike McCarthy is his timeouts. I think his play calling is fantastic. I think his management of the game as a true head coach is always bad. I wish he were an offensive coordinator. I actually think he calls a really nice game. Burner Account 3 wants our thoughts on the Ohtani contract and do the Dodgers make a lot more moves. I think the Dodgers are almost done. They'll probably add Hader, a few more pieces to the bullpen and to the starting rotation, but they've pretty much done what they're going to do this offseason unless Yamamoto lands there. I don't think he will. I think Yamamoto is actually going to go to the Yankees. That's just my take. But as for the contract, Ohtani brilliantly managed that. It reminded me of what Tom Brady, the only reason the Patriots were able to sustain success is Tom Brady gave a hometown discount to the Patriots. The only way the Dodgers are going to maintain success with all of those big names on their roster and on their balance sheet is if you had Ohtani make a move like this. Was it about taxes? Yes, but it was also about getting the Dodgers the financial resources to stay competitive for years to come. Clearly, that's what Ohtani wants. And if there is any shot across the bow at the Los Angeles Angels, it's that it wasn't purely about money. It was actually about Ohtani wanting to win consistently and wanting to have the opportunity to win consistently. There is no more damning indictment of the Los Angeles Angels than the idea that they could contend consistently. They have never contended for a 3-4 year span in the history of their franchise in the way that the Dodgers do now. Lucas, pick 2, Olave, Rice, or Swift. Lucas, tricky. I'll go Rice and Olave. Really close on that, though. Jamal Adam, I like Moss this week. I don't love him. I think he's a good play, but I do think that that Steelers defense plays better against the run this week than they did last week. Derek Kraft, if Tyreek Hill doesn't play, is Waddle going to have a good day? No. The Jets are a top 3 pass defense. I actually think if Tyreek Hill doesn't play, Waddle has an even worse game. So that's definitely something to consider, everybody. Something you want to take note of. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you love the content, the conversation. If you do, hit that follow button. Make sure you follow Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every day. We're going to be live at 10:30 a.m. for a live show for everybody tomorrow, subscribers and non-subscribers alike. So make sure you hit the follow button. Trey Wimp, if Olave doesn't go, I'd go Sutton and D-Hop. By the way, I'd probably go Sutton and D-Hop anyways, Trey Wimp. It is close between Olave and D-Hop, but I like Sutton and D-Hop a lot. Brock Ford, Breece Hall over Aaron Jones if A.J. Dillon plays. Frankly, I liked Breece Hall probably either way. The run defense of the Bucs is what I've got my eye on. Joe Modelos, wide receiver waivers, Rashid Shaheed, Dotson, Downs, Curtis Samuel, Elijah Moore, best one to pick up. I'm gonna say Elijah Moore, actually. I think Moore slightly over Downs at this point. Devin Durant, I'm gonna say, so I'm torn. Devin Durant's asking Gibbs or Montgomery. I think both could potentially find the end zone. I'm going to lean just slightly towards Montgomery because I like how they give him a majority of the carries, especially in the red zone. But frankly, Devin, I don't think you can go wrong. I'd start both of them if I could. Burner account 3, I'd go Connor. Burner account 3, I'd go Connor. He's going to get more carries than Downs will get targets. iBomb 11, I'm going to lean slightly. I'd go, if I'm sitting one, iBomb, I'd probably sit Zeke. I'd sit Zeke, I think. It's either Zeke or Jefferson. Brian, hope you're having a great night, Brian. Best doggos, if Hill is out, would you do Cedric Wilson or Berrios over Addison? No, I wouldn't. Kobe Helms, do you think Mullins is an improvement, if at all, for strictly passing over Dobbs? I actually think Mullins is an upgrade. We know Mullins can throw the ball around. Frankly, what made Josh Dobbs so successful in those first few weeks of his Lethal Jake, I'm going to say Chandler over Gibson, but I really don't like either one. Dynamite, I'd go Achan if he's healthy. Dynamite, I'd go Achan if healthy. Zach Moss would be the other one. Appreciate all those who hit the follow button. If you guys want to join the conversation, make sure you subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's cool too. Join us at 10:30 tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing a lot of fantasy talk, a lot of sports betting talk, DFS talk during tomorrow's show. We will go 2.5 hours tomorrow prior to kickoff of NFL Saturday. Really excited about it too. Just love the 2 days of NFL we have ahead of us. If any of you guys do want to join the show tonight as a guest, feel free to hit us up. Burner account 3, so appreciate you saying it. If you guys love the content and the conversation, make sure you follow us on all of our channels. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Make sure you follow us across all of our channels. Jorge, does New England shut down Rice on Sunday? I actually think there's a greater chance that the Patriots shut down Travis Kelce than Rice. I think Rice could have a decent day. Outside of a touchdown, I think Travis Kelce might have a tougher time with the Patriots defense. CL as asking me my thoughts on the college football playoff 4. They got it right. I know Florida State fans are pissed off and they are screaming bloody murder, and I understand why. But at the same time, those are the 4 best teams in the country. You can't tell me a team that's playing a backup quarterback that barely put up any points against Louisville is going to be one of the 4 best teams in the country. If we're saying this is about record, then it's about record. And teams like James Madison should be allowed into Final Four games. If it's not about record and it's about the 4 best teams because we put a committee together as opposed to just looking at the records, then sorry, Florida State, tough cookies, you're out of the playoff. Devin Durant, I'd go Laporta over Ingram. Laporta over Ingram, Devin Durant. Texas Tejano, I'd go A.J. Brown and Flowers. A.J. Brown and Flowers, just barely over Pittman. I'm not big on Amon-Ra St. Brown tomorrow. I could see him getting a touchdown maybe, but between the 20s, I think this is a tougher game for him with Patrick Surtain the second in coverage. Jorge Valena, JSN, a good flex option. Yes, he is. Here's the problem. Well, no, he plays Monday, so you actually are in good shape. If any of you guys want to join the show as a guest, feel free to do so. If any of you guys want to ask a question or a comment, fire away, but you got to be a subscriber. The night shows are for subscribers only. Our regular shows are usually at 5 p.m. during the weekday, 10 a.m. on the weekend. We will be live at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow for our Saturday pregame show. So make sure you follow. That way you do not miss that show for everybody tomorrow morning. Appreciate all those who are tapping the screen, giving gifts, showing a lot of love, and obviously watching the show tonight. I promised I'd come on at 10 o'clock. We've been live for just about a half hour so far. If any of you guys want to ask questions, that's why we're here. Oh, and right now I have Bijan and Montgomery starting. Love them. Achan and Derrick Henry on the bench. Also flexing Cup. Man, I love your lineup, man. Bijan and Montgomery are must-starts. Derrick Henry for me. I wish you could move Cup to wide receiver, but I bet you have pretty good plays there. The Godfather live. I'd go D-Hop. The Godfather live. I'd go D-Hop over McKinnon. Appreciate you guys being with us. Oh, that's nice. We cashed on the Bruins going over 5 goals. That's nice. Was not a great night for us in the NBA. A lot of surprising finishes. Pacers got blown out. Lakers got beat. Magic got blown out after having great success against the Celtics. So it's just one of those nights where NBA, the trends did not hit. The trends totally went dead tonight. So that's where we're at. Mo Beasy, great to see you, Mo Beasy. Mo Beasy, if you want to join as a guest and ask your question, you're more than welcome to do so. We are going to be live for a few more minutes. Retro Dad, if you want to join as a guest, more than happy to have you up here. Mo Beasy, what's good, buddy? Hope you're having a great Friday night. Jamal Adam, I would start Joe Mixon over Ford and Zeke, I believe. The Godfather live, I'd probably go McKinnon over Hubbard. It's very close, but I lost all faith in Hubbard last week. Let's get Mo Beasy up here and see what Mo Beasy wants to hit us up about. Mo Beasy, what's good?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Loving life.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, my team got a little roughed up. I had Keenan and Pachinko ready to go, and Keenan and Pachinko said no go.
Brutal, man, brutal.
Yeah, it's all good. So my options for the running back in the flex, I have Najee, Odell. I also have Adam Thielen available, and James Conner. So I'm thinking
Odell is a must play. Odell is a must play.
Okay. And then only reason I prefer Najee over James Conner is I think the 40s.
I agree with you. No. I agree with you. Najee's a better start. Najee's a better start. He's got a better matchup.
Yep.
You're on point, man. You did a good job, Mo Beasy. I think he just cut off there, but Mo Beasy nailed it. By the way, Big Hawk, thanks so much for subscribing. We're going to be able to see your comments now. Welcome in. By the way, I just want to give a big shout out right now. Joe Modelos. I want to give a big shout out, Joe Modelos. One of our loyal viewers, gives us a lot of gifts, has been awesome in following the show. Joe Modelos, one of our most loyal viewers, wrote, I was 4-5 when I found the show, now 9-5 on a 5-game winning streak. Best show on TikTok. Joe Modelos, thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you for letting us know that we crushed it for you, but all credits to you. You managed it well. Joe Modelos, thanks for watching, and hopefully we can cash in with another win this week. Just wonderful having you as a viewer every single day. We have a lot of fun talking to you every day. Mo Beasy wants to come back on. I know he got cut off before. Mo Beasy, what's good?
Yeah, then 2 more questions. Would you put it in Friar Moose or Trey McBride?
I'd go Trey McBride.
Okay, McBride. And the last one, I have the Falcons defense stashed just for the simple fact that the Panthers offense is horrible.
Yep.
I have the Broncos defense as well. I'm thinking Atlanta.
Falcons. Yep, Falcons.
Awesome.
Mo Beasy, let's get that dub, buddy. Let's get that win this week.
Absolutely. And if we can sneak in the finals, hopefully Keenan comes back to this mess.
Yeah, even if he does, I don't know if I'm holding my breath for that. Let's just focus on the win this week, buddy. Let's get that win.
Yes, sir.
Have a great night, Mo Beasy. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get to some more questions up here. AP Movies, Big Hawk, I'm going to get to you next. Big Hawk, don't worry, I'll get to you next. AP Movies is the next one up. AP Movies, what's good?
What's good?
What can we do for you?
Hey, would you start Zeke or Gibson this week?
Man, tricky. I'm going to say Zeke, more because he's given me more reasons over the past few weeks to believe in him, but I got to admit, I don't have like high conviction on that. It's just I prefer him just slightly.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. All right, thanks.
I wish I could give you more help than that, but AP Movies, thanks so much for watching the show. We love having you. Big Hawk, great to have you as a new subscriber, Big Hawk. Let's see what your question is. Big Hawk, what's good?
Hey, what's up, brother? What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
Oh, loving life. How could I not? I'm talking sports with the best audience in the world. What can we do for you?
All right, man. So, I'll be real quick. Would you start? Wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. I have.
The reason I don't trust him isn't that he doesn't have a good matchup. It's actually more because last week he came in for only a handful of plays and he got hurt. So how much can I trust him? That's what it really comes down to. I know you cut out because of the connection, but feel free to come back on in a little bit. Let's go to John. Let's see what John wants to talk about. John, what's good?
Hey, I'm gonna make this real simple and sweet for you real quick. Remember last week and how I had about 4 teams I needed help with Sunday morning from you?
Yep.
I'm gonna do that again tomorrow morning. Only because I know I can't click back to all my teams that I have in your leagues that I'm in with you.
Mm-hmm.
Over there with that we just started the playoffs in.
Yep.
So tomorrow, what time you gonna be on in the morning?
We are going to be live for our show tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Everyone, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
10:30. Oh, okay. What is that Eastern time?
Eastern Standard Time. Yep.
Okay, sweet. All right, I'll be at work by then, and I'll have my plate full of wide receivers, just because them are the ones that I have the most.
We'll be ready for you, John.
With. My man, you have a good night, bro.
You have a great night, man. Can't wait for our show tomorrow. Again, that's at 10:30 Eastern. 10:30 Eastern time tomorrow morning. So if you guys are curious about it. Let's get Big Hawk back up here. He jumped off a little bit earlier. I don't think he was done with his question.
All right, okay. All right, I'm back now. Can you hear me?
I can. Fire away.
Okay, so I'm gonna start Sutton and I'm gonna start Odell. Now, flex wise, I see Jerome Ford is not on the injury list. So do you trust Jerome Ford in flex or Ty Chandler?
Yuck. I probably say I trust Ty Chandler more, believe it or not. I just prefer the matchup against the Bengals, and that's what makes the difference for me. If I don't like either one of them, I'll take the better matchup.
Okay. Well, actually, you know what? With the flex, with the 2 running backs, I do have Justin and Garrett for flex. So
Bingo. Bingo. No. If you can put one of those wide receivers in over those running backs, that's what we're doing, man.
Okay, so throw it out there, Garrett.
Okay, you cut out again because the connection, but I'm going to answer it anyway. So, Big Hawk, if you're watching, I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to lean just slightly, I think, towards Justin Jefferson. Just barely. I'll take the chance on him. Maybe just slightly. It's close. Let's get DeBrock 30 up here. Let's see what they want to talk about. DeBrock, what's good?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Hope you're having a great night.
Thank you. Who would you start on, Gabe Davis or McLaurin?
Gabe Davis or McLaurin? Man, tricky. I'm going to say McLaurin. I actually think that he's going to get more overall targets, and that's going to make the difference. The only concern I have overall is Gabe Davis is always, every 4 weeks, goes off for a big game, and then the other 3 games, he just disappears. So one of the things that has me nervous is is this one of those big games at home that he seems to have in December or January? I can't take the risk on that. The Cowboys are a good enough defense. Terry McLaurin's the number 1 target for Sam Howell, who likes to chuck. I'll go Terry McLaurin on this one.
Thank you.
Appreciate you watching the show, man. Brandon Castillo over on YouTube. Do I think Tyreek Hill is the Angels? He went to the Crosstown Rivals. Rivals, by the way, being a loose term, but he went to the Crosstown team. Tells you he doesn't have a lot of love for the Angels. Big Hawk, I forgot to mention I have Scary Terry also. Flex Justin or Terry. I'd still go Justin, I think. I'm willing to take the chance on him with Mullins against the Bengals. It's close between Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson might get more targets overall, but I think Justin Jefferson might do more with the catches he has. Do you think Stephon Diggs has a bounce-back game? Mo Beasley, I think he has an okay game. I don't know if I can trust him. Tough matchup against Stephon Gilmore. If you guys want to ask your question live on the show, feel free to do so.
We are live right now across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, answering all of your fantasy questions and sports betting questions. It is a subscriber-only show, so if you want to ask a question now, you got to hit that subscribe button. If you don't want to subscribe, that's cool. We'll catch you at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. 10:30 a.m. Saturday morning, we are going to do a 2.5-hour show answering fantasy questions, giving out picks, talking through some of the games. We have 3 games tomorrow, and obviously we'll preview Sunday a little bit. So if you love the content and the conversation, follow, subscribe, and make sure you're with us at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Big Hawk, really appreciate the kind words, and thanks for the gift. We really appreciate you guys contributing to the show. I know it may seem like a small thing, but actually, this is my company. This is my job. This is what we do every day, is sports betting, fantasy sports, and obviously helping you guys out. But this is what we do every single day. So every gift, every contribution actually goes a long way in supporting the channel and allowing us to grow as a company. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it, Big Hawk. John, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Angel Nate, you think the Angels have potential to land? John, thanks so much. We really appreciate it, John. You think the Angels have the potential to land Yamamoto? Absolutely not. Yamamoto is going to the Yankees or the Dodgers. That's just how life's going to be. Big Hawk, thanks for the sunglasses. I hope the Angels land Yamamoto in Anaheim. Right now, the Angels have a bigger problem. Right now, the Angels are the team that is now being labeled the one that can't make the postseason despite having stars. So actually, I don't think it's about spending a lot of money. I think it's in building up the farm system. It's about building a good organization from the ground up as much as anything else. Because I think the Angels are farther away from being a contender than maybe they have been in a decade. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you love the conversation. I love talking sports with you guys every day, regardless of the time, regardless of the platform. It's always fun being able to talk some fantasy football and sports betting with you. Let's get Luke up here. Luke, what's good?
Oh, it's good.
How can we help you out tonight?
So I got a few questions about fantasy football.
Fire away.
So what do you think I should, what team do you think I should start? For defense, I have the 49ers and then the Browns.
I'm going to say the 49ers. I lean 49ers just barely. Browns have some injuries on defense that have me a little worried.
All right, thank you. And then, what's it called? Would you start Brock Purdy or Matthew Stafford?
Oh, good question. I'm going to lean just slightly towards Stafford. Both have big games, but I like Stafford.
All right, and sorry, if I could do one more question.
Fire away.
For my flex, I was thinking about putting a double tight end with Laporta and Isaiah Likely, because I don't really trust Calvin Ridley against the Ravens.
Love the idea. I think you're dead on, man. I think you're dead on. I know you dropped off, but Luke, love the ideas. I think you're nailing it. You got the right lineup in there, Luke. Round of applause to you. Really good job. I think you're dead on point. Appreciate you guys being with us. Maybe I should... Oh. I know we're having a slight connection and waiting to cut him off. No, it cut off on its own, Jay Morris. I didn't mean to do that to him. Appreciate you guys being with us. Sorry about that. Okay. Pickle Prince, what's good? Dang Pickle, what's good?
Oh, doing pretty good. So I was asking earlier, and then it got missed through all the other stuff a couple hours ago. Evan Ingram or Likely?
Likely. Likely over Ingram. I prefer Likely.
Okay, and then Josh Allen or Jake Browning?
I'm going to say Josh Allen just barely. It's close, but I'll go Allen.
Okay. Well, that answers all my questions.
Hope you have a great night. Let's go get some wins.
Not quite there. All right, man. You have a good night, too.
Have a great night. Have a good sleep, and hopefully we see you tomorrow morning for our early show. Jay Morris, you actually were right. I could hear some laughing in the background. We've gotten a few like spam callers, and I think it's hilarious that all of a sudden we have a collection of like teenagers who want to come on and like give us fake names. I think that's like, I both think it's hilarious and like a complete waste of time, but whatever. Hunter, thanks so much for the gift, Hunter. Cool new sunglasses. Hadn't seen those before. Wow, super cool. Really appreciate this audience just showing us a lot of support tonight. Means a lot that you guys are showing love to Butt Fumble Sports as we grow and get better and better every single day. When I say I'm excited for 2024, it is an understatement. We have so much happening. We are actually going to expand our programming and have an hour-long gambling show every day, sponsored by Outlier. I'm really excited about that. That way we can answer all of your betting questions and not get it mixed in with other things. Just such an exciting time for the company. Hunter Edwards, want to make sure we get you on the air. Hunter, what's good?
Hey, what's good, man? How you doing?
I'm having a great night. How are you?
Good, man. I'm doing all right. Hey, man, I really didn't have any questions. I just want to come on here and say I appreciate you and the dedication you put to it. I think it was a couple weeks ago, I put in I forget how much I put in. It was a bet on Prize Picks, and it was like a $20 bet to win $500. And I went off of your picks, and you got me good. So I've been following you ever since.
Well, I want to make sure that you always know that we don't cash every ticket, but the ones we do make us feel awful good to know about. So thanks for telling us. I hope you spent that money wisely, and I really appreciate the kind words. It means a lot, man.
For sure, man. Have a good night, buddy.
You have a great night, and happy holidays to you. Hopefully that $500 goes towards some good presents for someone, maybe even yourself, because, you know, now's the time to spoil yourself if you can. Duffel Bag just ordered a couple shirts. Means the world to us that you're going to our store. If you guys want to get some merchandise, buttfumblesports.com is our website, buttfumblesports.com. Make sure you check out our store. Speaking of our store, we do have a contest going on for this week. Butt Fumble Sports is doing an anytime touchdown contest. DM us, Butt Fumble Sports. DM us on Instagram to get every bet that I make. Sorry. Wrong. Reverse. Pause. Redo. Okay, make sure that you email us, feedback@buttfumblesports.com, and share the name of a player you think scores a touchdown. If you get it right, we'll give you 50% off everything in our store. So email us, that's feedback@buttfumblesports.com, feedback@buttfumblesports.com. Email us the name of a player you think scores a touchdown. Could be on Saturday, could be on Sunday, could be on Monday. Doesn't matter. Any player who scores a touchdown, you get it right, we'll give you a code for 50% off everything in our store. So email us, feedback@buttfumblesports.com. And by the way, Duffel Bag, what's the name of Butt Fumble Sports? We're also known as Team Cashing Tickets. Butt Fumble Sports is Team Cashing Tickets and Duffel Bag. It's great to know that you're following, watching every single day. I'm so grateful for this community. I'm so grateful for all of those that join us every day. It is so wonderful talking sports with you guys. Dylan asked Swift or Reed. Dylan, I'd go Jaden Reed. Dylan, I'd go Jaden Reed. If you have a fantasy football question, we've been live for about 55 minutes. There are a few more minutes left in the show, so make sure you get them in now. Make sure you get your fantasy questions in now. Running out of time in tonight's show. We will be live at 10:30 tomorrow if you miss out, but get those questions in now. Hunter just sent his email with an anytime touchdown. Hunter, I'm sure that's going to cash. You've been doing well on your picks and your fantasy football plays of late. So I can't wait to hear who you guys pick. Email us, feedback@buttfumblesports.com to get in on that anytime touchdown action. If you guys do have a question, Texas Tejado, you've been having fun with that question. I don't know either of those shows, dude. You know I like certain shows from the past, but I was never a Waltons or a Little House on the Prairie guy. I was born a little bit too late for those to be popular in my time. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you love the content and the conversation. If you do, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. If you got a question, throw it in the comment section. That's why we're here. We'll be live for another minute or two. And again, tomorrow's show, loaded show, 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, everybody, 10:30 a.m. Majomes, Pats, Jets, Moneyline Parlay will hit. Majomes, oh my goodness. What I love about some of our viewers is they stand on a hill and they say, I will not move from this hill. I have planted my flag and I'm not moving from it. Meanwhile, I shout down from base camp, hey, that's a volcano. It's about to erupt. Move from that volcano. You're about to get blown to smithereens. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Majomes, Pats, Jets, Moneyline Parlay. They're facing two top teams that lost the previous week. I don't think it's going to happen, but Majomes, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, buddy. I appreciate all of you guys who are watching and everyone who takes in the content every day. This is a lot of fun. Majomes might throw in the Broncos too. Majomes, I just want you to know you are becoming my favorite fade of the week. I hope all this cashes, by the way, so you can just give me shit. I'd love that. You guys are absolutely the best. I love this audience and community. I hope you guys support each other as much as you support me, because every one of you is awesome. Every one of you who comes on every day, you guys ask great questions. I know you guys are passionate about sports. That's why I love this community, because I am just as crazy a sports fan as you guys are. If you couldn't tell by the fact that I spend my entire life talking sports for a living, so I absolutely love it. Texas Tejano, I'd go Ferguson over Likely. Texas Tejano, I'd go Ferguson over Likely. You finally had a fantasy question, Texas Tejano. I love it. I hope you guys have been having a wonderful time watching the content and enjoying the conversation. We have a lot going on, but make sure that, again, you get in your anytime touchdown pick. Email me, feedback@buttfumblesports.com. You win 50% off everything in our store. So no matter who you pick, I don't care. As long as you get it right, 50% off everything in our store. So make sure that you email us, feedback@buttfumblesports.com, the name of the player you think scores a touchdown in NFL Week 15. You get it right, 50% off. It's a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good deal. If you guys have a question, get them in now. Final seconds, everybody. Final seconds. Hunter, real quick before you leave. That's what I'm saying. I got to leave you with something. Hunter, what's good? You got a question for us, Hunter? No way! Hunter threw us a galaxy. Really appreciate that, Hunter. Really appreciate you showing us some love. Every contribution that you guys make to the channel really does support the company. Everything that you guys throw our way, we really appreciate it. Yes, I really did start a sports company, Butt Fumble Sports. I made it my life. I worked at ESPN, Fox Sports, and CBS Sports, creating networks. 98.5 The Sports Hub, Fox Sports 1 and 2, and CBS Sports HQ are a couple of the networks that I was fortunate enough to help launch in times in radio, TV, and in streaming. And then I decided I wanted to start my own sports media company, and that's exactly what I did. And Butt Fumble Sports is the creation. I know we have now been, believe it or not, we've been a company since August of 2022. Incredible, the ride that we've been on, having a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are as well. Again, our contest, an Anytime Touchdown contest. Duffel Bag is asking, what's the email for the Anytime Touchdown contest? It's feedback@buttfumblesports.com. feedback@buttfumblesports.com. Email us the name of a player you think scores a touchdown this week. If you get it right, you win 50% off everything in our store. So email us, feedback@buttfumblesports.com, to get in on that contest. Texas Tejano, thank you for being awesome. Aaron Elledge, expectations for Pollard. I think he's going to have a decent game, but I don't think he's going to have a crazy good game. So I'd kind of keep them reasonable. Hope you guys have loved this content, this conversation this evening. If you have, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. We are going to be live at 10:30 tomorrow morning, everybody. 10:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m. We are going to answer fantasy questions. We're going to give out DFS advice. We are going to help you with your sports bets. Everything that you guys need to win on NFL Saturday for Week 15, we will be doing it at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. So make sure you join us, 10:30 a.m. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're with us at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be live for 2.5 hours, taking you up until kickoff, helping you out with everything you need. So if you didn't get your question in tonight, no worries. We are going to be live, answering questions live on the air, doing a rapid fire, answering as many questions as we can every single second, doing as much as we can to help you out. Blong, thanks so much for hitting that subscribe button. I'd go James Cook just barely, Blong. It's very close, but I'm going to go James Cook by a hair. Very, very close for me, but his recent performances is what's making the difference for me, Blong. Very close, though. Really appreciate you guys making the time and watching the show. Is Rodgers going to play? I don't know. He's looking good in practice, but I don't think he will play this week. If you guys haven't already, made sure you hit that follow button. Again, 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., we will be live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So be with us tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., talking fantasy football, sports betting, and obviously everything you need to cash in on the entire day of sports. It's been a lot of fun being with you guys tonight. We have been live for over 3 hours today, and we're going to be live for 3 hours tomorrow. Plenty of content to get you ready for a great week of football. I'll catch you guys tomorrow at 10:30. Until then, have a great night, have a great sleep, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys Saturday at 10:30. What time, everybody? What time are we live tomorrow? That's Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you're with us then. Can't wait to see all of you guys then. Until then, goodbye, everybody.